Hello, Clayton.
Hey, Brian.
What do you think about PUBG on your phone?
I think it's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
Can you
What
believe
did you?
that?
It's I'm also somewhat surprised by it, but I also really enjoyed how it works here on this phone. Looks like standard old PUBG. You get to choose your name, get to choose a person. But you have to remember it's a mobile game, which is so it hits you over the head right at the beginning. First thing you notice is it's got sign-in bonuses, it's got daily missions, it's got like vitality and experience, which is
this stuff happened after we played a good match and got ourselves a lot of some sort of points. I think it's vitality points, or that's what we're earning here. Something's happening. Points are going up.
We're getting achievements. I mean, it's a free-to-play game, but in the actual gameplay itself, the first two things you might notice are that in your inventory, when you're picking things up, things are highlighted, and they also are auto-picked up.
It's great. It's definitely, kind of the elephant in the room here is Fortnite Mobile came out just a couple days ago, and to say it's borrowing heavily, I don't know if that's fair. They borrow heavily from each other a lot,
Yes.
and in this case, it's definitely ideal thing for a mobile version of these type of games.
The great thing about the highlighted items is that it only highlights items and auto picks up things that are already in your kit.
Or got attachments for your gun.
Yeah.
It'll only highlight and pick up the ones for your weapon. It'll attach them automatically, which is honestly just, why can't that be in real PUBG?
I know. Once we get to cars, you'll notice that the driving is a little bit different from all the other handling of a character here in PUBG Mobile.
Still have these great physics, car physics. where
Wonderful
I
stunts.
somehow managed to flip a car on top of myself.
Yeah, but it's a little bit harder to notice because it's kind of tank control-esque. But you can still honk the horn, which is great, and that's a bonus. So kind of a clunky part of it where a lot of the other motion feels pretty natural, except for in this moment right here where you can see both my opponent and I have not played this game before and are kind of trying to figure out how to aim well.
But you got it. You figured it out.
And this shows how the inventory, nothing is highlighted right now because none of it is in my current kit, my current outfit right now. So I just chose some bloody sneakers.
Nice element of this UI, which I don't think is in Fortnite, is that you can shoot with right or left.
It's so nice. Right now you can see I'm still shooting with my right and I'm just kind of strafing in order to aim. But whenever you're in scope, it's so much nicer to be able to shoot with your left hand. Right here you can see I'm shooting with the left while I'm aiming with my right, which gives you a lot more focus in your sights.
But if you still want another method of aiming, you can actually kind of do this sort of Switch-esque gyroscope mode. It actually works extremely well for those moments when you just want to do a tiny sniping or something, a little movement.
Here you can see the inventory when you are wanting to choose specific items in your backpack, and you do that just by clicking the bottom left backpack.
But you always have access, kind of a quick access to your healing down there on the lower left by your weapon. And it sort of automatically shows you whatever is the most useful healing item at the time. So if you're very dead and you have a med pack, you can just quickly press that. But another one of these little handy things they've brought in for the mobile version is you can auto sprint, and the way they do it is you kind of hold down your left thumb, and eventually a little icon pops up, and if you slide up towards it, it just sort of locks you into that auto run. And when you have
so
to
much nicer.
run across the map, it's super useful.
What's great is in certain firefights, sometimes you'll get a notification, which really reminds you you're playing a mobile game. Another interesting part is that you get rated. So here although I lost, I was number 59 in this, I still got an A because of my amount of damage and my survival time and my health restored.
A lot of kills there.
Got a fair amount of kills. Feels a lot like DDR for that. So another interesting thing that comes up in the mobile game is that they have marker lines as opposed to just markers. You can see right there I have a dotted yellow line to where I've placed my marker. So obviously when you're in a squad and you're not seated directly next to the person like Clayton and I were, you can always hop into the text chat, which has a lot of great different chat buttons that you can use. But if you need to say something specific, you can always type that out. Just make sure it's fewer than 32 characters.
And you can also, if you decide you don't want to type in the middle of a firefight, the game actually has support for voice.
Normally the voice chat is press to talk, which is up in the top right there.
Overall, having played this for maybe an hour, I'm really impressed with PUBG Mobile.
It works surprisingly well, and again, there are a lot of aspects of it that I like maybe even more than the standard PUBGs,
Yeah.
especially inventory stuff, because that can kind of be a nuisance.
And maybe it's more direct competitor in this space, Fortnite Battle Royale on mobile. I'm kind of impressed that for a game that is technically, I think more is going on here. I mean, this UI kind of looks like somebody spilled a bunch of buttons on the screen, but somehow it actually works out and feels very natural, which I was really not anticipating with PUBG on mobile.
Not at all. And here we see Clayton really taking one for the team, ending this strong.
Came surprisingly close. I would have liked to get my first chicken dinner. Not sure if I would have been great to have my first on mobile, but considering how good a port it is, maybe not such a bad thing.
And of course, you get a nice poster that you can tweet to all your friends to show that you killed 6 people, because you will probably never get that many kills in an actual game ever again.
And hopefully when this game gets out to more people, squad mates will understand that there is a way to heal.
Yes.
You don't have to
just shoot. Shoot to heal is not supported in PUBG Mobile, I'm afraid.
Still haven't had that in.